Hello everyone, this is Malcantera1, and this is my predictions for Strikeforce, Diaz versus Cyborg. And I'm going to say right off the bat that this is probably going to be a very bad card. Just looking at what they have, there's two title fights on it, but neither challenger, in my opinion, is worthy of a title shot, but that's Strikeforce's whole prerogative to put these guys in title matches, more because of their name, honestly, than because of their achievements. But I digress, and I'm going to start right off the bat with the main card. The main card is going to have Trevor Prangley in a light heavyweight matchup against Roger Gracie. Roger Gracie is going to be in his fourth MMA match, and if you look at his record, they've spanned pretty much a year or 2 years in between fights. He has an amazing jiu-jitsu record, as you would expect with a Gracie, and this is going to be a tough test for him because Trevor Prangley is a tough motherfucker. He's coming off his win against Keith Jardine, and he's a very durable guy. He has lots and lots of experience. He's got his wrestling base, and he's definitely the better fighter, better mixed martial artist in general. As most Gracies tend to fight with feeling that jiu-jitsu is the only form of martial arts you ever need to know, and in today's MMA world, it just doesn't cut it. Jiu-jitsu, you need to have it to succeed, but if you don't have the other styles, then you're gonna lose. And I think everyone was proven to this was proven that is true when Matt Hughes defeated Royce Gracie. But that's neither here nor there, and I feel that Trevor Prangley is going to make an example out of Roger Gracie, and he's going to defeat him in the first round via TKO stoppage. The second fight of the evening is literally a throwaway fight. It has no implication for any titles or any rankings or anything that's of any significance, because the person who this fight is about is probably going to have his last fight, and it's going to be Herschel Walker, and his opponent is Scott Carson. If you don't recognize the name, don't worry. I had to look him up just to find out who he was so I could review this video. He is 4-1. He was 4-0 to start his career, and those 4 wins were in between the years of 1999 and 2001. And his previous fight was in 2010, but it was a loss. And now he's on the main card of a Strikeforce show, which diminishes a lot of credibility Strikeforce has as a major organization. However, he's on the main card because of Herschel Walker, his opponent, who, if you are a football fan, you know very well who Herschel Walker is. Herschel Walker is the famed running back, Heisman Trophy winner from the University of Georgia, who went on to get drafted to the NFL, to the Dallas Cowboys. And then he was part of the most infamous trades in NFL history, where Minnesota literally traded an entire team worth of draft picks to the Cowboys for Herschel Walker, which rebuilt the Cowboys and turned them into a dynasty. And Minnesota floundered with Herschel Walker because he wasn't the running back that they hoped he would become. This honestly doesn't mean anything to me, but if I had to say something, I'm just going to say Herschel Walker, just because he's a genetic freak, and I think that this opponent he has was handpicked for him, for his style, and for his strengths and weaknesses, and I think he's going to win this fight via decision. Now it comes to the co-main event of the evening, and it's for the Middleweight Championship, and it's going to be Ronaldo Souza versus ruthless Robbie Lawler. This will probably be the best matchup on the card. This is a classic styles clash between Jacare Souza and his jiu-jitsu, and he also has judo as well. And ruthless Robbie Lawler, who's one of the most vicious strikers in the middleweight division in MMA, period. We've seen that Robbie Lawler has knockout power with what he did to Melvin Manhoef and what he has done in the past. And he's proven over and over again, especially against Matt Lindland, that he is a dangerous person. Jacare will be best suited to stay away from a striking battle. Although Jacare has very crisp striking, and we seen that against his fight against Ted Kennedy, that he is very well versed in the stand-up game. But if he wants to just secure a victory, he should take this fight to the ground and try to win this fight by submission. Because standing up with Robbie Lawler is not the smartest thing to do. I think Jacare is gonna do this, and he's gonna finish this fight in the first round via submission. And then for the main event of the evening, it's Nick Diaz versus Evangelista Santos. I don't see any reason why Evangelista is fighting for this title at this time. He's only had one fight at welterweight, and that was against I can't recall who he fought. Oh yeah, it was against Marius Saromskis, who, may I remind you, is winless in the United States against American competition and against Strikeforce competition. He lost against Nick Diaz, then he lost against Evangelista Santos, and then he had a draw in his last fight on a show MMA card. He had to go back to Japan to win another fight, but I don't feel that beating Zaromskis for Evangelista Santos is enough to qualify for a title match. I would have much rather seen him fight Paul Daly, and then the winner of that fight would earn a title shot. But this is what Strikeforce has decided to go with. And with that being said, I feel that Nick Diaz is by far the better fighter. Nick Diaz is definitely better at pretty much every component of MMA, and he's gonna pretty much destroy Evangelista Santos in the first round via knockout. I don't think it's gonna be even close. I think Nick Diaz is gonna make an example out of him. The only other fighter in the welterweight division Strikeforce has to offer that can really that I feel is gonna give Nick Diaz a true fight is, of course, Paul Simtex Daly, who was within the eyelash from fighting for the UFC Welterweight Championship. Other than that, this is probably Strikeforce's most weakest division out of all of them. I don't think there's any person besides Daly and Nick Diaz that are any good in this welterweight division. All the premier welterweights are in the UFC. So, with that being said, that was my predictions for Strikeforce's Nick Diaz versus Evangelista Santos Showtime card. I'm still gonna watch it just because it's MMA and anything can happen. I don't expect too much from it, but I've been shocked in the past, and I'll be shocked, and I can be shocked this time. Now I'm gonna just briefly let you know that from my last predictions, I went 2-5. So not my best start, but like I told you in the last video, I'm gonna put that in the description, and I'm gonna keep a running tally of my predictions for the calendar year, and hopefully my record will improve, and I'll be a more reliable source for MMA predictions. With that being said, have a good one. Later.